Princess Bedtime Stories. My name is Brian, and I have a special surprise for you tonight. A real Disney princess will be joining us any minute to tell you a story. You do like stories, don't you? Oh, good. Me too. Tonight, we'll be telling the story of Cinderella. Now, where did I put that? Oh, Fairy Godmother has given me a magical word to bring Cinderella to us. Can you guess what that word is? Yes, that's right. It's bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Now, I'll count to 3, and then we'll all say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Oh my! Hello, Brian.
Hello, Cinderella.
Oh, and hello to you too.
You know, these children are all ready for bed, and I told them you would tell them a bedtime story.
Well, I'd love to. I'll tell them about something which actually happened to me. Now, do any of you know what words we use to begin a story? That's right. Once upon a time. Well, once upon a time, I lived with my stepmother and 2 stepsisters. Oh, I didn't always have a beautiful ball gown like this one to wear. I used to dress in rags, and I spent all of my time cleaning my stepmother's house. Top to bottom, bottom to top. Oh, I scrubbed the floor. I washed the windows. And I cleaned the fireplaces. Oh, until they all shined. Why, it was hard work. And more often than not, I was usually covered from head to toe in soot and cinders. In fact, that's how I got my name, Cinderella. Why, my stepmother and 2 stepsisters were not very nice to me. In fact, sometimes they were quite mean. Well, one of them was named...
You forgot already? I'm Anastasia.
And the other was named...
La 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 la! Drusilla.
See? Very rude. Well, I'm sure none of you ever behaved like that. Well, one day, an invitation arrived at our house. Why, it was an invitation from the Grand Duke himself. Well, he was inviting every girl in the kingdom to a ball for his son, the prince. Oh, how I longed to go to a fancy dress ball and meet a handsome prince and fall in love. Oh, but my stepmother told me I couldn't go to the ball unless all of my work was done and I had a nice dress to wear. Well, I tried very hard to get all of my chores done, but no matter how hard I tried, it just seemed like I had more and more to do. So, I was left all alone at home watching my stepmother and 2 stepsisters go happily off to the ball together. Well, I was so lonely and very sad, oh, I went out to the garden, and I cried and I cried and I cried. Well, that's when something strange began to happen. Well, the air got very cool, and all the stars up in the night sky began to shimmer, and right before my eyes, there appeared before me this sweet, magical little woman.
Ta-da!
A little woman?
Ta-da!
Why, she told me that she was my fairy godmother and that she was going to make it possible for me to go to the ball. Suddenly, a sparkling magical wand appeared in her hand.
Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Why, before my very eyes, she waved her magic wand and turned an ordinary pumpkin into, what, do you know? Yes, a beautiful carriage. And she created horses to draw the carriage from. Very good, mice. That's right. Oh, but my clothes. Well, I didn't have a gown to wear, and surely everyone would be dressed in a beautiful ball gown. And with the wave of her wand, the dirty rags I wore became a gorgeous gown, made of the finest fabric in all the land. And on my feet, she put glass slippers. Oh, beautiful, delicate glass slippers, such as I had never seen before. Why, at last, I was ready to go to the ball. But she warned me, the spell would wear off at
Midnight. The coach will turn back into a pumpkin. The horses will once again become mice. And once again you'll be covered from head to toe in soiled rags and smoky cinders.
Oh, but that was hours away, and now it was time to have fun. So off to the ball we went. Why, it was held in the grand ballroom of the palace. Oh, everything was so magnificent. The brass had all been polished. The marble floors were so shiny. Oh, and the prince, he was so handsome.
Use your imagination.
He walked up to me and he kissed my hand. Then he asked me to dance. Why, we twirled around the grand ballroom together. Oh, it was so romantic. We danced every dance together. He never left my side the whole night long. And as the hours began to pass, we fell in love. Oh, the time passed quickly, and I was enjoying myself so much, I completely forgot about the spell. And that's when I heard it. Oh, it was the clock striking midnight. Why, if I stayed any longer, my gown would turn into rags. And if the prince saw that I was covered in soot, would he still love me? Oh, I was afraid, so I ran from the prince's side. Oh, he ran after me, but I was faster. Oh, I fled through the front doors and down the front steps. And that's when I stepped out of one of my glass slippers, while leaving it behind on the palace steps. Oh, I didn't have time to stop for it, so I ran out of sight just as the clock struck 12. And that's when my elegant carriage was once again a pumpkin. Well, the majestic horses, well, they were little mice. And my beautiful gown was once again replaced by torn and dirty rags. But I still had one glass slipper that was on my foot as a keepsake of my magical evening. What I didn't know was that back at the palace, the prince had found the other slipper and he was determined to find me again. And so he sent his coachman out to every house in the land, traveling from door to door, asking every eligible young maiden to try on the glass slipper to see who could wear it. When the prince's coachman arrived at our house, I ran downstairs to try on the glass slipper. I slipped it on, and everyone saw that it was a perfect fit. From that moment on, everything was a dream come true. I was carried off to the palace in an elegant carriage. Oh, the prince was overjoyed to see me. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes. Well, we were married in a beautiful ceremony in the palace. I became a princess, and from that moment on, we all lived happily ever after. The end. Did you like my story? Oh, wonderful. Brian, it's getting late. He fell asleep. Why, we should all sleep now. Tomorrow is another magical day here at the happiest place on earth. Good night.